Welcome to Kansas City Stars Hockey and today's Mid-America High School Hockey League varsity game between the Kansas City Stars and the Northwest Arkansas Ice Hogs. Good morning, everyone. My name is Rob Plamondon. Well, this morning's game features two teams that will be playing for the third time in 9 days. The Stars and the Ice Hogs played last weekend a pair of games, both won by the Ice Hogs by scores of 6-0 and 7-4. Stars coming off a very impressive win Friday night against the Kansas City Knights, beating the Knights up in Independence by a score of 5-1. The Knights' last game also against the Knights, I should say the Ice Hogs game, last game against the Knights yesterday afternoon in Independence, a 7-2 win for the Ice Hogs, so both teams coming off victories against the Knights. Ice Hogs come into this game undefeated on the season. The only blemish on their record is a tie on the opening game. They've since rattled off 12 straight wins. They come into this game first place in the league standings with 25 points. The Stars in second place in the league standings with 23. Yesterday's game between the Ice Hogs and the Knights, a very physical game that resulted in several match penalties, including one to the Ice Hogs' Luke Pittman. So he will not be in the lineup today, serving a one-game suspension due to a match penalty. Other than that, no lineup changes that I'm aware of. The only lineup thing worth denoting for the Stars is Jackson Riggs still out of the lineup, healing from a shoulder injury sustained a few weeks ago. We'll be back in a moment for the starting lineup and the opening face-off. You're watching Kansas City Stars High School Hockey. And for the introduction of our starting lineups, let me turn it over to the man on the PA, the one, the only, the incomparable Mr. James Taylor.
Good morning, hockey fans, and welcome to the Kansas City Center for today's Mid-America High School Hockey League varsity matchup between the visiting Northwest Arkansas Ice Hogs and your Kansas City Stars. Now, let's meet today's starting lineups. First, for Northwest Arkansas, at forward, number 29, Peyton Zollick. At forward, number 52, Lennon Burrows. At center today, number 36, Chris Hall. Playing defense, number 2, Peyton Peter. And on defense, number 5, Cooper Clark. And starting in goal today, number 6, Hector Mitchell. And now the starting lineup for your Kansas City Stars. That forward number 9, James Porter. That forward number 81, Truett Spiker. That center, number 74, Ashton Schimmel. On defense today, number 52, Weston Lenday. Partner number 89, Jackson Hillary.
because I was muted. That's why. Puck around the boards. Sullivan with it there. Takes a check by Schutzler. Jensen sends it in deep. Sullivan will gobble it up there and send it down looking for Saunders on a breakaway. Saunders gets behind the defense. Saunders in all alone to the backhand, but a good back check by Jensen. Centering attempt. Jensen denies that and clears it out of the zone. A great play. A couple nice plays by Brody Jensen. As Saunders was in on not a clean breakaway, but definitely behind the defense. Now here's Saunders again up the left wing side. Tries to make a move, still with the puck. Carries it behind the net. Centered it. That was blocked. It comes back to Saunders. He gets knocked down there. Good play by Gorder to play it ahead. Grant chasing after it, but Clark will get there first over to Peyton Keener. Keener's pass to Freed. Freed tried to reach back. Lost control of the puck. Grant picks it up for the Stars. Over to Morton. Morton will send it over the crossbar and off the glass. Not sure Hinkle was expecting that. I think he was looking for Stars just to send it in, and Morton fired one toward the net. Saunders got pickpocketed there by Nordwald. Now Nordwald will pick up the loose puck. Up the right wing side, sends it in around the boards. Puck comes to the near side corner. Nordwald gets there first, along with Swan. Stars get it ahead to Morton. His pass was intercepted in the zone. Battle for the puck along the boards. Keener comes away with it. Keener skates it behind the net. Keener taken away by McCray. McCray up the left wing side. McCray, good pickpocket by Wang. He'll backhand it ahead. Now we got a race for the puck. Keener's going to get there first, but a good play by Emily to knock the puck away. Kept in the zone by Schrader. Keener had it, then lost it. Stars get it out of the zone. Poked ahead by Gorder. He and Romancic go into the boards and sent back in by the Ice Hogs. This will go in on goal, and Brace will leave it there for Josiah McCray. McCray's pass intercepted at center by Romancic. He placed it off the boards. McCray gets it back for the Stars. Mishandled it. Taken away by Keener. Keener, but a good play by McCray to recover and poke the puck away. Gets it ahead. Swan will pick it up there. Swan trying to cut toward the net. Backhander right through the crease. Gorder backhands it around behind the net. Romancic will pick it up there for the Ice Hogs. Romancic ahead out of the zone. Schimmel sends it right back in. Stars get back on side. Schrader with the puck. Looking for the return pass. Too far for him, but Keener was there. Paxton Keener for the Ice Hogs. Ahead here, Swang getting it ahead. Zaludik. Zaludik in all alone. Over to Twang, but the pass just out of his reach. So we actually had a 2-on-0 there, as both Wang and Zaludik got behind the defense, and that's twice in this game. Ice Hogs have gotten behind the defense. Gorder with it. A couple of Ice Hogs there. Keener comes away with it. Keener, a shot from the top of the circle, and that'll be gloved and held by Tanner Brace. I want to thank everyone watching on the Kansas City Stars YouTube channel, whether you're watching live or watching the replay. All Stars games are streamed live on the Kansas City Stars YouTube channel. Off the face-off, it's gathered up there by Schimmel. Schimmel trying to get over to Spiker. Spiker will get it off the wall. Spiker cutting toward the net. Backhander, he scores! Truett Spiker took the pass from Schimmel, and he beats Hinkle. And the Stars have taken a 1-0 lead with 5:47 to play. And my apologies, the clock is way off. Number 12 on the year for Truett Spiker. I'll get the clock figured out here. Not sure exactly what happened there. There's a shot that goes wide of the goal. That's steered to the corner by Brace. Freed had it, lost it. Grant picks it up for the Stars, try to get it ahead to Schutzler with a puck behind him. Saunders will send it in for the Ice Hogs. My clock is still off by a couple of minutes here, and I'm working on that. Centering attempt, that was denied. Schutzler fires it down, gets it out of the zone. We're down to 5 minutes to play in the first period. Keener with the puck. Sullivan and Sanders have the puck tied up. Freed in there to help out. One of the other Stars, can't see who that is. Off the boards now, played ahead to Grant. Grant tried to get it ahead to Schutzler. Schutzler, but a nice play by Koronek. Romancic with it. Freed over to Saunders rather. Saunders up the left wing side. Had to make a move, lost the puck, but it came right onto Sullivan's stick, and a stick saved by the Stars, and this one will be fired the length of the ice. We'll have a icing call against the Stars with 4:14 to play. Now I got the clock right. A lot of things going on here with the video production. Got the clock, you got the scores, you got shots on goal. So sometimes things get a little bit off. Down behind the net, Reuter with there first. He takes Leonard into the boards. Pass across the ice by McCray, picked up by Morton off the boards. Morton go with the puck into the zone and chip back out. Swan will reset for the Stars. Swan skates it in left wing side. On the back end, around behind the net. Seton Swan centering attempt. That was deflected around behind the goal. McCray on the half wall, gets it behind the net for Swan, tried to center it. That deflected off Romancic's stick in the corner. Keener has it. He'll flip it up just out of the zone to center. Reuter had it, lost it, knocked away. Good play by Leonard, but Emily back to chase it down for the Stars. His pass hit a skate. He and Wang go into the boards. Leonard in to help out for the Ice Hogs. Reuter will backhand it around behind the net. Swan picks it up there in the corner. Swan skates it in front of his own goal. Pass up to McCray. McCray with a nice move around the defenseman. Here's McCray with another nice move. McCray, and he scores! Just Kyle McCray on what might be one of the prettiest goals you're ever going to see. McCray got around two defenders to beat Henkel, and the Stars have taken a 2-0 lead with 2:57 to play. Swan with the assist. It's the 6th of the year for Josiah McCray. Clark with it. Clark gets around the defender over to Keener. Keener with a shot, and that'll be gloved and held by Tanner Brace. Off the face-off, it's tied up in the circle. It gets kicked into the slot area, but the Stars able to come away with it. Spiker plays out board, tried to get it to Gorder, but the pass out of his reach. Henkel touches the puck to nullify the icing. It's played up the boards. Burrows there. Chipped to the head, but the puck loose at center. Played ahead now to Tillery. Tillery with the puck behind the net. Has Schimmel out in front. Tillery still with it. Skates it out near the blue line. Tried to get over to Glendenning, but the pass came out of the zone, and the Stars will have to reset. And the pass hit Schimmel before he could get out of the zone, so the Stars called for offsides. Off the face-off, it's Keener with it. Keener pass off Sullivan's stick into the Stars' end. Taken there by Glendenning. Behind the net, Glendenning with Freed on the forecheck. The puck along the boards. Clark picks it up there, gets it down to Freed. Freed, centering pass knocked away. Comes back to Keener. A good defensive play by Tillery. Tillery sliding along the ice. Another nice play. Puck behind the net. Saunders with it. Good poke check there by Tillery. He and Saunders go into the boards. Saunders comes away with it. Sanders there to help out for the Stars. Pass back to Clark in front of the net. Had it knocked off his stick to the corner. Clark plays it behind the net for Freed. Centering pass, that was blocked by Sanders. Puck popped up in the air. Stars not able to clear. Keener with it along the ice, deflected. Puck didn't quite get to the net. Just a couple of sticks got in the way there. Ended up behind the goal. Keener and Schutzler down in the corner, cycled back down low to Saunders. Saunders chases after it, still with the puck on the backhand. Saunders over to Keener at the left point. Keener skates it in, top of the circle, shot, sent it wide of the goal. Clark at the right point, cycles it down to Freed, his shot. And that will be gobbled up by Brace, and I'm not sure Brace actually saw the puck. He looked behind him momentarily, but the puck ended up in the pads. 54 and 5/10 to play in the opening period. Off the face-off, it's to the corner. Hicks sends it around the boards. Zaludik will get there, gets checked by a couple of Stars. Romancik shot, that was partially blocked. Stars get it ahead to McCray. McCray's pass just out of the reach of Morton. Zaludik will send it right back in. Off the boards, and Brody Hicks will pick up the puck there. Brody Hicks off the boards. Chipped ahead. Grabbed there by Swan up the right wing side. Swan has McCray. His pass, nice play by Burrows to get his stick on the pass. Hicks keeps it in the point. No, he didn't. Puck got underneath the stick and down the length of the ice, and Swan rather, he gets shoved from behind. Stars fans wanted to call centering attempt, and the Stars deflect that. It's going to be kept in by Schrader behind the net. Hicks with it. Hicks stick handles it there, and now the buzzer will sound. That'll end the first period of play. And our score at the end of one period, the Kansas City Stars 2, the Northwest Arkansas Ice Hogs nothing. We'll take a quick break. Back with the second period. You're watching Kansas City Stars high school hockey. About to start the second period of play. It's Mid-America High School Hockey League varsity action between the Kansas City Stars and the Northwest Arkansas Ice Hogs. Stars with the only 2 goals in that first period. Truett Spiker with his 12th of the year, and Josiah McCray picking up his 6th of the year on a goal where he beat a couple of defenders before wristing it past Asher Henkel. Big advantage in shots on goal in favor of the Ice Hogs. 13 for the Ice Hogs, and just 4 shots on goal for the Stars. But 2 of those shots found the back of the net. No penalties in that first period. We will start the second period with both teams at full strength. Off the face-off, loose puck picked up by Saunders. Saunders in the Star zone. Cuts around one defender, over to Freed. And Freed will score. And he took the pass from Saunders. And he beats Brace just 8 seconds into the second period. Seventeenth of the year for Freed. And that makes it 2-1, just 8 seconds into the period. Along the board, shift ahead. Now here's Saunders up the left wing side. Saunders with a move, but a nice poke check. Saunders still able to get a shot on goal there and a stick save. Here's a shot by Keener. The Brace was able to turn aside. Along the wall, Saunders with it. Over to Keener at the point. He'll send it toward the net, looking for a redirect. Puck loose out in front. Still loose, and now looks like Brace has it covered up. We talked about in the podcast a couple weeks ago just how dangerous this top line of the Ice Hogs is of Saunders, Freed, and Sullivan. They can score quickly and they can score often, and they're often on the ice double shifting, so you'll see them on the ice quite a bit. Back to the point, Romancic. Down low, here's Keener. Tillery with the puck behind the net, had it taken away. Behind the net, it's Wang with it, centering pass. But Sanders there for the Stars to clear it out of danger, gets it out of the zone. Romancic there, a good play by Grant. Nordwald will send it in, back behind the net. Puck caroms off the back of the goal, Glendenning with it. Wang on him, had it taken away. Battle for the puck in the corner, Glendenning comes away with it for the Stars. Weston Glendenning banks it off the boards for Grant. Grant over to Schutzler. Schutzler with a nice move. Taking it wide on goal. Schutzler and Romancic go into the boards and end up on the ice. Schutzler comes away with it for the Stars. Had it knocked to the corner. Romancic banks it off the boards. Tillery not able to keep it in. And Glendenning will chase it down for the Stars behind his own net with Wang on the forecheck. Banks it off the boards, gets it to Schutzler. Schutzler tried to get it ahead. Romancic intercepts the pass at center. Romancic banks it off the boards into the Stars' end. Picks up his own pass into the corner. Now has it knocked off his stick. Good play by Glendenning. Up to Grant. Grant lifts it out of the zone, gets it to Schutzler. Schutzler up the left wing side with a nice move, but got hit a skate and deflected away. Back the other way come the Ice Hogs, but Grant with a pickpocket in the neutral zone. Grant with some nice stick work, gets it over to Sanders off the boards. He and Nordwald bump into each other. Glendenning had it, poked off his stick. Sanders along the boards, couldn't control it. Puck ends up back at the Ice Hog blue line. Puck is right along the boards, really wasn't difficult to see exactly where it was, just kind of watching the players to get an idea of where the puck is. Along the boards, Sullivan lost his stick, wasn't able to play it. Into the corner, Freed comes away with it, tried to center it. A good play by Swan, or Glendenning rather. Glendenning had it knocked away, regained possession, but Freed picks up the loose puck at center for the Ice Hogs. Pass up to Saunders. Saunders gets right out in front. Saunders with a shot, and he lifted it up over the net and out of play. Saunders got in behind the defender once again. Got a little too much loft on it. Probably needed a 9-iron instead of a lob wedge. .12:02 to play, second period. Stars with a 2-1 lead off the boards. Freed picks up the puck for the Ice Hogs. His pass was deflected, kept into the point by Clark. Clark sends it down around behind the net. Freed and Hicks going to each other. Clark keeps it in over to Keener. Keener sends it toward the net. That hit Spiker's skate. Spiker off the boards. I'm sorry, that was Hicks to Spiker. Got the numbers mixed up there. Here's Jensen intercepting the pass at center. He takes a hit as he sends it in. Now they're back into the Stars zone. Kept in by Keener. Saunders with it. Had it knocked off his stick, but able to keep it in the zone. Saunders still with it. Over to Freed. Freed, one-timer, sends it wide. Border backhands it out of the zone. And Keener will reset for the Ice Hogs. Scales it in around the boards, all the way up far side. Freed and Jensen go into the boards. Freed with a body on Jensen. Kept in by Keener at the point. He'll send it toward the net wide of the goal. The puck comes up far side wall. Clark tried to play it down. It goes behind the net. Freed and Hicks. Hicks whacks it up to the far side corner. Clark overskates it. The puck loose. Freed comes away with it. Freed. His shot was deflected through the crease. Keener pinching in down from the defensive position. Cleared out of the zone, and here's a chance for the Stars, but a good hustle by Sullivan to get back for the Ice Hogs and deny the potential odd man rush for the Stars. Ice Hogs send it in, and we'll have an icing call. And the face-off coming back in the Ice Hog end. Off the face-off, it's kept in by Reuter. Backhands it to McCray. McCray sends it toward the net. Save made. Puck came right out in front, but cleared out of danger by the Ice Hogs. Emily sends it down. McCray picks up the carom there. He and Schrader battling for the puck in the corner. Playing in to help out. Puck comes to the side of the net. Romancic up the wall. Good play by Reuter pinching in. He sends it toward the net. Knocked down by Schrader. Backhands it around to Romancic. Romancic up to Zaludik. Zaludik gets it ahead to Huang. Huang up the right wing side. Huang with a shot. Save made. Rebound. Zaludik with a shot that hit the side of the net. Huang with the puck. Tried to center it. That was off a stick, and Morton will pick it up for the Stars. Morton falls down as he able to get it out of the zone. McCray puts a body on one of the Ice Hogs. That was Romancic. Puck to the corner. Swan will get there first for the Stars. Centering attempt. That was blocked. Clearing attempt hit the referee. Puck still in the zone. Schutzler comes away with it. Tried to dangle it around one of the defenders. McCray doing a nice job. Keeps it in the zone. Schutzler sends it toward the net. Romancic picks up the puck. Along the boards. Taken away by centering pass by Schutzler. His first one carried him right back to him. Second one almost got through. Now they'll send it down, but Burrows will get there to nullify the icing. Had it taken away momentarily. Ice Hogs still control it. Backhand attempt. And a centering pass, and Burrows will score. And for Burrows, that's his first of the year. So congratulations to Mr. Burrows for getting in the scoring column this season. First of the year for, what's his name? Lennon Burrows. Zaludik will. Here's a steal by Schutzler. Schutzler with a shot that's deflected up over the glass. Face off, the puck pulled all the way out of the zone. Tillery racing after it. Plays it off the boards. Knocked back to the blue line. Picked up there by, who's that, Clark. Had it knocked off his stick. Loose puck in the slot area. There's a chance for the Ice Hogs, but a shot that was blocked in the slot area. Grant was trying to skate behind the defender, but the pass, good play by Keener to block that one. Banked off the board, centering attempt. That hit Tillery. Tillery had it taken away. Centering attempt misses his mark. And Grant comes away with for the Stars up the right wing side. Gets it over to Schutzler. Schutzler to the backhand. Schutzler around the defender. Shot it wide. Took it back to the backhand. But it went wide and now sent down the ice. And we'll have an icing call against the Ice Hogs. But a great play by Justin Schutzler. Got it to the backhand but couldn't quite control it enough. And the puck rolled wide. Nearing the midway point of this hockey game, it's all tied up at 2 goals apiece. Off the face-off, Freed with it. He tried to play it ahead, hits Schimmel's stick. Puck loose right in front of the scorer's table. Sullivan over to Romancic, tips it ahead to Saunders. In the zone, right wing side. Saunders to the forehand with a shot, hit the side of the net. Along the boards, off the stick of Freed. Freed lost an edge, and the Stars able to get it out of the zone. Gorder with it. Gorder checked off the puck by Romancic. Romancic circled it in his own zone, now plays it over to Freed up the right wing side into the Stars zone. Being trailed by Saunders. Freed with it behind the net. Still on the backhand, now takes it to the forehand over to Saunders. Saunders to the corner. Avoids a check by Jensen, still with the puck. Tried to get it back to Schrader. Was off his stick. Now we got a race for the puck. Here's Schimmel. Schimmel trying to cut toward the net. Schimmel still with the puck behind the goal. It was Romancic who got back on defense and prevented Schimmel from cutting toward the net. Saunders had it, knocked off his stick. The puck comes out of the zone. Freed had it. His pass intercepted by Schimmel, but taken away by Sullivan. Puck down in the corner. Sullivan's tried to get it back to Freed, threw it in the slot area, but Jensen was there for the Stars, or rather, I should say Spiker there for the Stars, and he'll hoist it out of the zone. It won't go far enough for an icing. Schrader with Morton on the forecheck. Morton doing a nice job. Nearly dislodged the puck. Almost a turnover behind the net for the Ice Hogs, but now they'll bring it out. Sent the length of the ice, gloved down by Jensen. I'm not sure why that wasn't called offside, but the play continues. Behind the net, now up to McCray, left wing side. McCray will try to get the shot off, but Sullivan got back to partially impede his stick, and the puck backhanded up over the glass. And we'll have a face-off in the Ice Hog zone. 5:46 to play, second period. Face off to the right of the Ice Hog goal. Played around behind the net. Reuter will keep it in. Reuter being tied up by Zaludik. Puck still tied up in their skates. Now it squirts out. And picked up there by Chris Wang. Wang into the zone. Stops at the top of the circle. Now skates it into the high slot area. Over to Keener. His shot. That was paddled away by Brace. Played around behind the net. Zaludik in the corner. Puck popped up in the air onto the stick of Wang. His shot was blocked to the corner. Burrows putting a check on one of the Stars. It's Hicks coming away with the puck. Clark and McCray able to get it out of the zone, but the Ice Hogs will regain possession. Wang back in his own blue line off the boards, gets it up to Burrows. Burrows overskates it. Emily comes away with it, backhands it up. Burrows with an active stick along the ice. Clark with it there. Wang with a shot along the ice, save made. Rebound came right out in front, cleared away, right back to the stick of Wang. Here's another shot, rebound, and they'll score. And Stars just not able to get the puck away from the net, and the Ice Hogs will take a 3-2 lead with 4:36 to play. Not sure who got it. There are a lot of bodies out in front of the net. Brace made the first two saves, but when you can't control the rebound, it came right out in front, and one of the Ice Hogs knocked it into the empty net.
Ice Hogs goal number 52.
Okay, so it'll be Burrows, his second of the game and second of the year. They didn't announce an assist on the play, but I'm sure there will be some in the official scoring. Spiker keeps it in along the boards. Schimmel had it, sent it wide of the goal. Gorder plays it back to the point, but missed the defenseman. Tillery sends it around the boards. Ping-ponged up a couple of players back into the Ice Hog end. Schrader with the puck. He plays it off the boards for Leonard. And the puck hit the linesman and ends up on the Stars bench. Glendenny takes the puck off the face-off, up to Sanders. Sanders will send it in around the boards. Puck comes to the near side corner. Romancic and Grant. Freed plays it up. Hit there by Glendenning on Saunders. Schrader with the puck in his own zone. Backhands it to Saunders. Saunders will circle it out and carry it through center into the Stars zone. Backhanded it back to center. Schrader with it. Off the boards to Sullivan. Cross ice pass to Saunders. In the zone right wing side. Lifts one off the glass. Schutzler backhands it out of the zone. Schrader with it there. Backhands it over to Sullivan. He'll fire it in around off the glass. That took a weird bounce into the corner to the right. I thought it was going to go around the net, but Saunders comes away with it for the Ice Hogs. Saunders with a nifty little move, still with a puck, and Saunders will score. And that'll make it 4-2 with 2:57 to play. '22nd of the year for Max Saunders. Fourth goal of this period by the Ice Hogs, and they now have a 4-2 lead. Off the face-off, it's Wang coming away with it. Wang comes into the Star zone right wing side, now back to the backhand, circles it along. George gets it over to, can't see who has the puck there at the front of the net. Intercepted by McCray. McCray getting tied up there by a couple of Ice Hogs. Hicks with it. Hicks plays it behind the net. Off the boards, kept in by Wang. Back to Burrows, and he'll score. And this one is just completely out of control now. As the Ice Hogs have exploded now for 5 goals in this second period to turn a 2-0 deficit into a 5-2 lead. Burrows with his third of the game, his third of the year. Kid who hadn't scored a goal all year now has a hat trick. Wang with the puck, had it taken away at Spiker. Spiker's pass tried to get it to Schimmel, just out of his reach. Clark with it behind the net. Keener skates it out up to Burrows off his stick. Hicks will backhand it up the boards. Burrows got his stick on it, kept it in the zone, backhands it toward the net. But Hicks, here's a steal by Keener and a nice glove save by Tanner Brace. Off the face-off, it rolls in on net, and Brace will put the glove down and cover it up. Face-off to the right of the Stars' goal. Off the face-off is tied up in the circle, rolls in on net, paddled away by Brace behind the goal, now chipped to the corner. Keener, Wang in there for the Ice Hogs. Spiker will backhand it out of the zone. Schrader had it there, but knocked away by, what's that for the Stars? Couldn't see the number, but down in the corner, Schrader with Gorder on him. Schrader behind the net, takes a hit by Schimmel. Players digging at it. Schrader will come away, or Wang rather. His clearing attempt was taken away by Schimmel, back to the point. Played around behind the net by Emily. Puck came right out in front. Reuter couldn't control it, and back the other way comes Nordwall. Pass across, bounce over the stick of Keener, but he able to grab it along the board, sends it in deep. Keener and Emily go into the boards. Puck loose behind the net, centering attempt went right through the goal crease. Back to Schrader at the point, he'll send one toward the net. That was blocked. We're under a minute to play in the second period. Now chipped ahead. Wang plays it back in, and Reuter has it for the Stars. Reuter, cross ice pass, it's Gorder with it. Gorder will send it in, that's off Hinkle's stick. Puck came right out in front. But the Ice Hogs get there first to clear it out of danger, and Gorder with the puck. Gorder had it bounce off Nordwall's stick. Stars not able to clear it. Now they will. Glendenning chips it ahead off a stick and onto the stick of Romancic. He lost it momentarily, but able to get it back out. Reuter overskates it. Here's Freed with it. Freed with a shot wristed it wide off the glass. Back to the point. Battle for the puck in front of the Ice Hog bench. The Stars come away with it. Emily will carry it in, send it around behind the boards. Sullivan and Gorder there. Sullivan will get there first. He'll play it up the boards near side. Off the stick of Reuter. Saunders had it momentarily, then knocked away. Gorder with it. Gorder has it poke checked away as the buzzer sounds, ending the second period. And our score at the end of the second period, it's the Northwest Arkansas Ice Hogs 5, the Kansas City Stars 2. We'll take a break. We'll be back in about 10 minutes for the third period. You're watching Kansas City Stars High School Hockey. Teams back on the ice as we're getting ready to start the third period of play. It's Mid-America High School Hockey League varsity action between the Kansas City Stars and the Northwest Arkansas Ice Hogs. This morning's broadcast brought to you by Clarkson Construction, a Midwest leader in delivering innovative solutions for some of the region's largest infrastructure projects. By Global Earthworks and Underground, more than 12 years of mission-critical experience providing expert site utilities, mass excavation, and paving services. And by Crown Realty, family-owned and operated since 1973, the oldest and largest independent real estate firm in the area. We want to thank our sponsors for their support of Kansas City Stars hockey. Well, the Stars led it 2-0 after the first period, but it was all Ice Hogs in the second period as they scored 5 times. Chance Freed with his 17th goal, and then 3 goals by Lennon Burrows, his first 3 goals as a varsity player. He has the hat trick. Max Saunders also added a goal, his 22nd of the year, and the Ice Hogs have a 5-2 lead as we get ready to start this third period. It's been a penalty-free game, so we'll start the third period with both teams at full strength. Shots on goal in that second period, 11 for the Ice Hogs, a 2-period total of 24, and for the Stars, 3 shots on goal, a 2-period total of 7. And 7 shots through 2 periods, just not enough, even though the Stars have been able to put a couple past ankle. You got to get the puck to the net a lot more frequently than the Stars have done so far. Oliver Sanders set to take the opening faceoff here in the third period. He'll take the draw opposite Max Saunders. And off the face-off, it's back into the Ice Hog end. Clark with it. Fanned on the pass. He and Saunders go into the board. Schutzler comes away. That tried to get around. Sullivan Schutzler with a shot. It hit the side of the post and deflects into the corner. Freed clears but not out. Kept in by Glendenning. His shot was blocked by Saunders, who picks up the puck at the bottom of the face-off circle. Long pass ahead off the stick of Freed into the far end. Freed threw it right out in front. A nice pad save on a shot by Sullivan. Stars got a little lazy there. Sorry, I didn't have the scoreboard. I had the clock running, but no scoreboard. Saunders, his pass was blocked by Sanders. Keener with it there. Schutzler wasn't able to touch it. He would have been offsides. Out of the zone, off the stick of Glendenning. Gorder will chase it around, bank it off the boards, up for Tillery. Tillery not able to clear it. Clark keeps it into the point. Grabbed there by Sullivan, over to Freed. Freed with a wrister, and that's gloved and held by Brace. Face-off will be to the right of the Stars' goal. Playing in Schimmel in the face-off. It's battle for along the boards. Back down there, Zlutic had it down in the corner. Jensen and Zlutic go in the corner. They get tied up. Zlutic plays it up for Huang. Huang had it poked off his stick, but over to Romancic, down low to Zlutic. Had it taken away by Schimmel. Gets it ahead for Gorder off his stick. Intercepted by Spiker. Spiker into the zone, carries it wide, had it poked off his stick. Played up the board for Huang. Huang up the left wing side, carries it into the Stars zone. Now cuts to the center of the ice to the forehand. Trying to send it toward the front of the net. Burrows with it, centering pass. That was knocked to the corner. Huang back to the point. Romancic played it to Huang along the half wall. Huang with a move. Huang with a shot that hit the side of the post. Puck carried to the corner. Huang and Jensen battled for it. Jensen had it poked off his stick. Huang had it, and we're going to have a penalty. It's going to be the first penalty of this game. It's going to be a hooking call. And that is going to go against Chris Huang. First penalty of this game. And it will go in favor of the Stars. They'll go on the Fireball power play for the first time in this game. All Kansas City Stars power plays brought to you by Fireball, the preferred cinnamon whiskey for all Kansas City Stars high school hockey parents. Time of the penalty, 1:59 of the third period. A chance for the Stars to try to get back in this game. Reuter at the point. Reuter fanned on the pass to the backhand, almost lost it to Freed. Cross-ice pass to Gorder along the wall. Gorder sent it right out front for Grant off his stick. Reuter backhands it down to Gorder. Gorder couldn't control it. Keener tried to clear it and lifted it up over the glass and out of play. Off the face-off, Gorder had it taken away by Sullivan. Sullivan clear but not out, kept in by Reuter, bouncing puck in the slot area, now soccered out of the zone by Keener. Spiker back inside his own blue line, plays it ahead to Reuter. Reuter to Gorder. Gorder tried to get it to Grant into the zone, picked up there by Peyton Keener. They'll play it ahead, too far for Freed. Now we've got a race for the puck, and it'll go in deep into the Stars' end, and Reuter behind the net, along the boards, behind the net for Spiker. Spiker pass ahead to Gorder. Gorder will carry it into the zone. Gorder over to Schimmel. Schimmel to the backhand. Try to get it back to Reuter. Here's a shot from the point. Rebound out in front. Grant was there. Another shot and a nice save. Couple nice saves by Asher Henkel. And the Ice Hogs clear. Brace behind the net. Leaves it for Spiker. Spiker up to Gorder. Gorder backhands it across. Pass too far for Reuter. Keener will fire it off the glass, nearly put it onto the Stars bench, onto the Stars players ducking for cover, and the coaches as well. Reuter at center, carries it into the zone, looks for a pass, gets it down to Gorder, centering pass off the stick of Schimmel. Here's Gorder with a shot, and he lifted it wide of the goal near side, kept in by Grant at the point. Grant shot wide off the glass. Sullivan grabs the rebound, plays it ahead. Good play by Grant to keep it in. He'll backhand it off the board for Spiker. Spiker had it poked away momentarily. Now Keener does end up pickpocketing him and sends it the length of the ice. This will go in on goal. Brace will leave it out in front of his net for Reuter. And the penalty has expired. Ice Hogs back at full strength. Grant had it taken away. Here's Nordwald up the left wing side. Good play by Glendenning. Nordwald centering pass right out in front off the stick of Wang. To the corner, Nordwald in the corner to the forehand. His centering pass was off a skate back to the point. Schrader with a shot along the ice. Stick save, rebound, and then score. And that'll make it 6-2 with 10:37 to play. Again, rebounds, the culprit here. Saves were made, but the puck came right out in front, and Nordwald with the goal. Schrader will get the assist, and for Nordwald, that is goal number 2 on the year for Nordwald. Back to the point, Glendenning not able to keep it in. Played over to McCray. McCray had it intercepted by Keener. Keener throws it in toward the net. Left there for up the boards to Tillery. I'll say left there for Glendenning. Tillery had it, lost it. Now McCray comes away with it. McCray to the backhand, but had a couple of Ice Hogs on him. The puck squirts to the corner. Played up the boards, kept in by the Stars. Good play by McCray. Comes back to the point. Morton with it. Morton backhands it down to McCray. Tillery and Nordwald bump into each other. Here's a shot and a pad save. The rebound came right out in front, but cleared to the boards by the Ice Hogs, kept in by Glendenning. Glendenning sends it wide of the boards. Puck caroms to the far side. Morton tried to chip it ahead, kept in by Tillery. Tillery to McCray. McCray looking for a pass. Threw it right out in front. Puck ends up behind the net. Kept into the point by Glendenning. Down low to Swan. Swan gets bumped down. We got a penalty coming up. Penalty to the Ice Hogs. And the Stars are going to go back on the power play. We're going to have a tripping call against the Ice Hogs. Holden Romancic to the box, 2 minutes for tripping. Time of the penalty, 5:41 of the third period. So the Stars on the power play now for the second time in this game. And off the face-off, it's controlled by Freed, who gets it out of the zone. It's off Jensen's glove. Spiker back to get it. Backhands it off the boards, picked up by Keener, who sends it in deep into the Stars' end. The puck comes around the board. Saunders in on the forecheck. Saunders and Spiker going to the boards. Freed comes away with it, cycles it back up to Saunders, tried to get around Spiker, but a good play by Spiker to get the puck away and up to Grant, up the right wing side. A good pass over to Schimmel. Schimmel in the zone, had it poked away by Sullivan. Sullivan with a nice defensive play, brings it back up the right wing side, gets around one defender, back to Saunders. His shot was off the glove of Brace. Here's a shot by Sullivan that's wide of the goal. Puck comes all the way out to center. Schimmel there for the Stars. Stars with a chance for an odd man rush here. Over to Spiker. Spiker in all out. Spiker with a shot. He wristed it wide. Puck banged off the board. We got a whistle as the net got knocked loose. Oh, a great scoring opportunity there for the Stars. As Spiker got in all alone, but he wristed it wide of the goal. And folks, I'm not sure why I'm having so much trouble with the clock here today. Bringing the face-off outside the zone. So the Stars must have caused the... Now my penalty time's all messed up. There's a minute 4 left on the penalty, but the clock's right. And the clock's wrong. Here's a shot that's steered wide by Henkel. Down to the corner. Behind the net, Schrader backhands it out of the zone. And the Stars will have to reset with 35 left on the penalty. Puck at the side of the net. Some good forechecking by Huang on the penalty kill. Swan plays it ahead too far, picked up by Keener, who sends it back down with 15 left on the man advantage. Up to McCray under his stick. Here's Glendenning up the right wing side. Glendenning back to McCray. McCray with a wrister. And the save made by Henkel. The puck dropped in between the pads. I'm not sure that Henkel saw it. He kind of looked around for it for a moment, but the puck was in between his legs and he's able to cover it up. .7:22 to play in the game. 2 seconds left on the power play. Penalty's over, so the Ice Hogs back at full strength. Puck played back in by the Stars. Gets past Schrader and around behind the net. Schrader will chase it down there with Gorder on the forecheck. Schrader avoids a check, gets it ahead. Emily able to keep it in momentarily, but here comes Keener into the zone, center of the ice, try to get around the defender to the backhand. Blockered away by Brace. Centering pass, that was blocked. Now the puck come right out in front, and the Stars able to clear it out of danger as Spiker will pick it up, try to get it ahead to Gorder, but the pass too far and an icing call against the Stars. Face off to the left of the Stars goal. Delay in dropping the puck. Keener at the point. Banks it off the glass. The puck came out in front. Here's a one-timer. Save made. Rebound came out in front. Keener with it. He'll send a shot off the glass. Puck took a weird bounce off one of the glass partitions. Pass off a stick and in deep. Morton will get there first for the Stars. Morton tried to center it. Keener got his stick on it. Keener plays it ahead. Cross-ice pass off the stick of, who's that, Leonard. Circled along the blue line by Reuter. Can't get around the second plater. Paxton Keener grabs the puck and sends it in deep into the Stars' end. Emily chips it ahead, tried to get it to Morton. Clark over to Leonard. Clark comes away with it. Clark along the boards. Sends it down low to Keener. Good stick lift by Swan, but Keener able to keep possession. Now Swan comes away with it. Swan gets around one defender, gets taken into the boards. Good check by who's that, Nordwald. Now a pass ahead to Leonard off his. No, Leonard got it ahead, but too far for Nordwald. Schutzler trying to get around the defender, but Clark able to take the puck away, carries it back into the Stars' end, circles in along the boards. Had it knocked away by Schutzler. Schutzler with Grant, tried to get it to Grant, but Sullivan got his stick on it. Sullivan ends up with the puck, banks it off the boards for Clark. Clark cross-ice pass off the stick of Keener, but Saunders is there for the Ice Hogs and sends it in. Puck behind the net, picked up by Hicks. Hicks lost it to Saunders. Saunders looking for a pass, still with the puck. Down to the backhand, cycled it down. Hicks there for the Stars. Hicks battling with Freed. Saunders in to help out. Sanders in there for the Stars. They're still digging at it. Well, the puck squirts loose. Stars play it across off the stick of Schutzler and out of the zone. Clark and Schutzler. Clark able to get it ahead to Sullivan. Cross-ice pass to Saunders. Carries it into the slot area. Shot toward the net. And that was deflected. And now the Ice Hogs thought they scored. And the official waving it off. The puck, I think, went in the net, but the official has waved off the goal. I'm not sure if they called goalie interference or what the call was. So no goal. Face-off will come outside the zone. Referee was right there, and that was not a delayed call. He called that immediately. So confident that of what he saw. Freed picks up the loose puck in his own zone, plays it ahead too far. Puck goes deep into the Stars' end. Brace will leave it there for Tillery. Tillery off the boards. Keener intercepts the pass in the zone. Gets knocked down by Tillery on a nice check. Clark comes away with the puck for the Ice Hogs over to Sullivan. Sullivan tried to get it back to Clark, but Schutzler was there. Schutzler puts a body on Clark. Puck ends up over to Sullivan. His shot's wide of the goal. Comes up the near side board, chipped down in the corner. Glendenning comes away with it for the Stars. Glendenning plays it up the boards. Grant and Saunders battle for it. Saunders comes away with it, but Schutzler gets a skate on it. And the puck along the boards, Sanders not able to clear it. Sanders and Saunders battling for it. Gets ahead to Freed, who gets knocked on his hind end. Now the puck comes right out in front of the net. And now we got Glendenning and Sullivan having a little conversation, and linesman having to come in and get those two separated. Chance Freed got knocked into next week. A good hit by Jackson Tillery. Something the Stars really haven't done against the Ice Hogs in any of these games. Just put a body on them, which they're starting to do here, but fortunately a little too late, as we only have 3:30 to play, and the Ice Hogs with a 4-goal lead. Off the face-off, over to Gorder. Gorder off the stick of Spiker, Hwang back into the Stars' end, circles it at the top of the circle, plays it across to Romancic. Romancic from the top of the circle, shot, rebound right out in front, and cleared out by the Stars. A nice save by Brace, but another rebound that came right out in front of the net. Here's a shot to the far corner. Hwang and Reuter going for it. Zaludik was there, played off the boards, up for Spiker. Spiker backhands it out of the zone. Schimmel tried to chop it down. Battle for the puck. Romancic comes away with it for the Ice Hogs. Plays it over to Zaludik. His pass off the stick of Burrows. Huang reached back for it, couldn't get it. Schimmel for the Stars into the zone. Schimmel up the right wing side, taking it wide. Now puts on the brakes, try to get around the defender, still with the puck. Has Spiker out in front of the net. Puck skirts to the corner. Schrader lost it. Here's Reuter with a shot that hit the side of the net. And the Ice Hogs will break out. Burrows up the right wing side. As Zaludik cutting toward the net, the pass for Zaludik out of his reach. He takes a big hit by Reuter along the boards. And now Huang puts a body on Reuter. Huang and Reuter battling for it. Puck in the corner. Swan there, Zaludik. Bouncing puck, poked ahead by Emily. Back out to center. Romancic with it. Off the boards. Picked up by Huang. Huang will carry it back into his own zone as the Ice Hogs reset. Now it's taken up there by Swan. Here's Swan to the backhand. And a nice save by Hinkle. Swan wasn't quite in clean. He tried to take it to the front of the net, but got impeded a little bit by the defenseman. But still a nice save by Hinkle. Now here's a shot that hit the side of the net. And the Stars lost an edge behind the net. Taken away by Spiker. Spiker threw it right out in front. That hit a skate. Spiker chases it down along the wall, chips it to the corner. Played around behind the net. It's going to be picked up there by Romancic up to Burrows. Burrows passed through the legs of Nordwald. Stars regain possession at their own blue line. Sanders sends it in, but Ice Hogs right back with it. Huang into the zone. We're approaching a minute to play in the game. Bouncing puck. Nordwald sends it in, or Romancic rather, to the corner. Now we are under a minute to play. Up the boards, Clark intercepted at the slot. Clark to the backhand. Backhanded toward the net. Sanders got a stick on it. Sanders banks it off the boards for Morton to pass behind him. Romancic with the puck. Sanders blocks that shot. Off the boards. Gets underneath the stick, and here comes McCray the other way. McCray with Morton. McCray with a nice little move. McCray gets upended as he goes to the net. We got a penalty coming up. The puck at the side of the goal. And with 28 6/10, the Stars will go back on the power play as McCray tried to cut to the net and got upended. And it'll be holding Romancic to the box. Time the penalty, 14:31, just 28 6/10 to play in the game. About to face off behind the net. It's Spiker. Spiker to the backhand. Centering pass. Here's Grant with a shot and a save. Grant with the puck behind the goal. A shot that hit the side of the net. Now it ends up behind the net. Final seconds of play here. Back behind the goal. Schimmel's centering pass just as the buzzer sounds, ending the game. Our final score this morning is the Northwest Arkansas Ice Hogs 6, the Kansas City Stars 2. Stars are going to take a break from league play. They'll be down in Louisville, Kentucky next weekend to play in a tournament. The next league game for the Stars is Friday, January 23rd against the Kansas City Knights at 8:50 p.m. I want to thank you for watching. Again, our final score, the Northwest Arkansas Ice Hogs 6, the Kansas City Stars 2. Thank you for watching Kansas City Stars Hockey.